Hi there. As the holiday season rapidly approaches, I thought I'd put in one more video before we put 2018 to bed. Over the year, I have, I guess, often repeated myself. I have often made points that were not necessarily backed up by a lot of empirical data. But remember, this particular channel is basically just one man's opinion. And my opinions are typically not terribly strong opinions because I feel that it's the rather extreme attitude that society seems to have taken about most issues that causes a lot of the problems that we have today. People tend to be polarized. They tend to be either all in one camp or all in the other, and tend to forget that there is a middle ground. And I think that's where we are today. Over the past year, we've had some very controversial camera announcements. The full-frame mirrorless cameras from Nikon and Canon have been either totally condemned or praised to the hilt. Again, very little middle ground. Sometimes people pick on a single feature and make it into either a selling point or a condemnation point. So in 2019, let's try to be a little bit more moderate. Let's try to be a little more fair. I mean, simply condemning something for some particular reason, unless that reason is a universal one that would apply to everyone, which is extremely unlikely, then leave it. If it doesn't fit with your way of working, then maybe it fits with someone else's. Okay? So, in the new year, let's try to be a little more fair about how we look at things. Now, as for the holiday season that's coming up, I, of course, will not be making any videos until into the new year, so this is truly my end of 2018. I hope that you all have had a good year. For those of you who have not, I hope things improve in future. You have my best wishes. With regards to this channel, hopefully I can continue to come up with something more interesting than just watching me for 10 minutes. And right now, I am working mainly at just doing what I call private work. Things for myself. Seeing something interesting and going out and shooting it. I've also made connections with a small group of photographers who are very active. I can't claim to be as active as they are, but they do get me out and shooting, and that's an important thing. Sometimes we can let inertia take over. Sometimes we can procrastinate. Sometimes we can just sit on our butts and say, well, it's more comfortable here. And that's probably true, but comfort doesn't produce anything. And let's face it, I'm not getting any younger. If I waste my time by doing nothing, then that truly is time wasted. So guys, get out there and shoot. Don't fuss over your gear. I have taken to walking out with a camera and a single lens. I hardly ever pack a lot of lenses now unless I am actually going out on a specific project where I know I am going to need more than just that one lens. I am going to be traveling over the Christmas holidays, and I'm going to just be taking my fastest 25mm for my Micro Four Thirds, that's my 50mm equivalent, and one camera body. I will take extra batteries, I will take extra memory cards. Most of my photography will probably be with this. And just a little note, this is a Pixel 2 phone. This is not meant to be an ad in any way for Google phones. But one of the neat things about it is that when the Pixel 3 arrived, some of the camera features of the Pixel 3 are now in the software for the Pixel 2. They do a good job of updating their software. Camera companies, other than some like Fuji, and I must say, please don't blame me for being biased here, but when they came out with update 4.0 for the Olympus OMD Mark I, which I use, that really did make it into a whole new camera. So they sort of followed Fujifilm's example and really put in new features. Maybe the big companies could learn from them. The big companies tend to only bring out firmware to fix errors. And when they have new features, they try to sell you a new camera. Anyhow, now I'm getting back into that negativity. We tend to have a negativity bias, but this is the holiday season and we should not be negative. So you guys have a great time. I hope you have a very good new year. I hope that any of the downfalls from the past year can be hopefully erased in the coming year. And, well, if you like this video, give me a like. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to this channel. And, of course, if you would like to share my little Christmas message, by all means do so. Well, happy holidays and bye for now.